Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about the pros and cons of the University of South Carolina. This video is completely inspired by Devon Nicole. She made such a great video on this last year, so shout out to you for giving me the idea. Didn't want to like take credit for this because this was not my original idea. I'm just like adding to her video and like putting like my point of view on pros and cons of USC. Definitely check out her channel. I'll have it linked below. Onto that, we're gonna start with cons because I want to end on a positive note. I was saying, this is all opinion based. Not everyone is gonna feel the exact same as I am, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, I forgot to mention, I'm looking down at my phone because I have a whole list of like pros and cons. That's why I'm looking down. The first con I have written down is that our football team is not the best, but we still love them. That pretty much explains itself. We lose a lot of games, but we always win at tailgate. So I mean, you win some, you lose some. Another con is registration time. If you go to USC, you know. But it's just always such a hard and stressful time to get the classes that you want. You have to put in so much effort in order to get the class that you want. The biggest hack was downloading Coursicle, which is like just like an app that you put in your like the class that you want, and then it'll tell you if it's available or not. The biggest life hack ever. But yeah, registration always sucks for everyone. Yeah, it's just a hard and stressful time to register for classes. I wish they had a better system, but they do not. So next con is trains. This is just funny because there's so many. There's so many trains everywhere you go. Like every single street there's like a train track, and they tend to stop, so you're probably gonna be late for everything. So I would just recommend leaving for class like super early so that you're not late for class, because the trains will stop and you will be stuck there, and it sucks because professors, they're not really lenient on like not giving you like an absence for that. So just make sure you're early for everything, like just so early. Another con I wrote down is on-campus dining. There's a lot of options at Russell House, which is amazing. I love how there's so many options there. But as far as like my experience has been, the lines are always incredibly long at like peak class times. But if you're just looking to grab a quick meal like in between classes, this is not the option for you. You're better off going to like one of the restaurants on campus, or like packing your own lunch, or going back to your dorm to eat, or like your apartment to eat, because Russell House is just a madhouse during peak hours, and it will take you like an hour just to get like to the register to order. So it's just really not worth it. I don't know if it has changed at all, but my experience last year was the lines were just ridiculous, and it's just really not worth it in my opinion. It can be really, really, really hot in the summer. You will sweat to death between August to November, and then again from March to May. So just be prepared for that. Pack your shorts, pack your tank tops, pack your deodorant, because you're gonna be sweating a lot. Because that's like literally like the majority of the year you're gonna be sweating. Especially if you're there for like the actual summer. It's like 100 degrees every day, trust me, I have been there. Literally no parking anywhere on campus. Even if you pay $400 a semester for a garage, you still are not guaranteed a spot, which doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why would you pay that much money if you don't even get a spot? So parking is just a disaster on campus. So if you're living off-campus apartment, just take the shuttle. Even if you're living in the dorm and you have to go across campus, just take the shuttle. There's an app, I think it's called Rider or something, I don't know, I'll put it on the screen if I remember what it's called. That's like the shuttle routes and like the different colored lines and stuff. Definitely take the shuttle or just walk. Don't even try and park on campus. Most of the parking garages are $400 a month. We have one that's like hourly parking, but that is always full. And then there are like different lots that are like $100, but I just honestly don't even think that's safe to like leave your car there. Columbia can be kind of sketchy sometimes. If you know, you know. But yeah, those are all the cons I have. So move on to the pros, because that's way more fun to talk about. First pro that I have is football season. Just because it's a great way to see how involved the entire school is, and the amount of school spirit is insane. Also, our tailgating is the best in the country. Could be biased, but for classes, the class size I feel like is pretty decent. Like, it's not that big. It's usually between like 30 to 100 depending on the class and the major, but like your prereqs are always gonna have like 200 plus students in them because everyone has to take them. But with like my major specific classes, I've had anywhere from between like 30 to like 100 people in a class, and I feel like that's really not that bad. Like it's a lot of people if you have like 100, but 30 people is like not that bad. But from my own experience, I've had a great experience with advising, especially when switching my major and being guided through that process. I had an amazing advisor. She got me with everything. She told me exactly what classes I needed to take to like switch over to my major, and then what specific classes I needed to like graduate on time and all this stuff. Like I've never had a bad experience with an advisor, but I know some of my friends have had like the worst experiences with advisors. So I guess it just depends on who you get. So it's like kind of back and forth. The campus. It is one of the most beautiful campuses I have ever been to, and I toured a lot. I just like how USC has like a split like divide between what's campus and like what is downtown Columbia, and it's really nice. And campus, it's just so beautiful. Like the horseshoe is amazing. It's so pretty and historic, which is also really nice. And the campus is really centrally located, so it takes about 20 minutes to get like from one part of campus to the other parts. Like north end to south end takes like 20 minutes walking, which like is really not that bad. Another pro that I have is 5 points in the Vista. So that is like your going out scene, like going out to dinner, going out to bars. They're both super nice and it's just fun. They also both have shops. Like the Vista has an Urban Outfitters. 5 Points has a bunch of local shops. So definitely check out 5 Points in the Vista for like shopping, dinner, and the nightlife. Another pro is that the Coop Library is giant. I think there's 6 or 7 floors. There's so many different resources there. Like you have tutoring there, you have the career center there, you have obviously studying. You can like rent textbooks there, you can rent study rooms. Like this shit, oh, there's even like a Starbucks in there. It's just so nice and it's huge. So there's usually space for everyone, except during finals it can get kind of crazy. They have really good on-campus and off-campus housing. There are a lot of options. There's plenty of like dorms, apartments, houses to rent off campus that are both modern or historic depending on what you like and what your budget is. So that's really awesome about USC, is they have a lot of housing options. Another pro is that I personally have noticed that USC is very diverse, which was something that I was personally looking for. I wanted to go to a school where it was very diverse and like I just felt comfortable, even though like I am white. Like I just wanted a more diverse like scene, and I definitely had that at USC. There's so many different races and different types of people everywhere, especially in classes. Greek life, because I'm obviously in a sorority. Since it is a southern school, Greek life is pretty popular, but I found that the panel community is very loving and caring towards one another, which I honestly had never expected. And like I just like heard rumors online that like sororities hated each other, which when you think about it makes no sense. But I was like super worried about that when I was going through recruitment. Then I came to USC and I saw that all those different sororities were like supporting each other. Like we all go to each other's like philanthropy events, like we're all friends with each other. Like there's literally no hate at all towards anyone in the Panhellenic community, which is so amazing. So that's definitely a huge pro, and I was really looking for that in Greek life, so I'm glad that USC is like that. Another pro, we have a good basketball team. I think it was 2017 we were in the Final Four. Just saying. But yeah, we have a great basketball team. The women's basketball team are like national championships. Women's basketball is really good. Men's is really good too. So that's another pro. We have a great basketball team. This is a really good pro. We have amazing off-campus restaurants. I'm only gonna name 2 because these are my top 2 favorites. Oh, actually, no, I'm gonna name 3. No, I'm gonna name 4, I lied. I'm gonna give you my top 4 recommendations for food. Cantina 76, the best Mexican food you will ever have in your life. It's so good and it is so cheap. It's like insane how cheap it is for how good the quality is. Gourmet shop, which this is in 5 Points. And it's kind of like a deli sort of situation. It's like a deli and like kitchenware store. But they have such good food. Like their cafe is incredible. So definitely check it out. Hibachi house, that's on campus. And it's like Asian food. It's like Asian takeout kind of. It's like Asian fast food. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's so good. And it's on campus. And the last one I'm gonna tell you about is Tio's. I don't know if anyone watching this is 21 and older, but if you are, only 21 plus. They have amazing drinks and margaritas there. Also, their chips and queso is really good too, so if you're under 21, you could definitely go there for chips and queso, but their drinks are incredible. So 21 and over, check it out. And since we're in the South, we cancel school for any type of weather. So we always have classes canceled for like hurricane or snow. So that's another pro. If you go to school in the South, your school will probably get canceled for a hurricane or chance of snow. So that's kind of cool to look forward to. USC is an amazing school overall. Would highly recommend attending, especially because I'm there. And obviously it's a great educational institution. USC is an amazing school. I would recommend attending. So I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching my pros and cons video about USC. If you guys enjoyed it and want to see more, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe because I'm posting every single day. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.